Hi YouTube, it's Nick. I finally finished thinning out my lace front wig. I just want to show you guys how it looks now before I before I dye it tomorrow. So here it is. So here is the wig. And you can see it's a lot thinner. Here's the back. And what I like about the back is that the back, it's so much more thinner, so it looks like more natural hair. I didn't thin not the crown, but the front part right over here. I didn't thin that part because that's where the lace is. You get about maybe 2.5 inches of lace. So from here to here is lace, and I'm kind of afraid to thin that out because I don't want to mess up anything. But what I'll do is, like, after I dye it, I'll try to I'll put it on, see how it looks, and if it is a little bit too full in the front, I will try to thin it out a little bit over here. But this is it. Here's the baby hair, and that's it. And this is how much hair I took out, how much hair was thinned out of the wig. So it's a good amount of hair, but it's not that much. And that's it. And I know in the camera the hair looks pretty dark, but like it's really brown, and it's the right color. It is brown. I bought a brown, but the brown is too light for me, so I did buy dye, and I'm gonna try to do it like a dark brown, like a, you know, almost black but not black. And what I'll do is tomorrow I'll set up the tripod that I just got, and we'll go through the steps together of dyeing the lace front. So once again, here it is. Let me take out a twist so you can see how it looks. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this with one hand. See, this is why my ass needs a tripod. Give me a minute. I'm gonna come in close for a quick second while I undo this one twist. Oh my gosh, and it doesn't want to undo. Okay, it's coming out. Okay, so here is one of the twists that I untwisted, and you can see it's pretty nice. What I would probably want to do is do like a curly fro type of thing, or a twist, and I don't know, do some type of style with it. But this is the hair. Yeah. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I dye it, and have a good one. Bye. Hi YouTube, it's Nick. So I am back, and I did tell you that I was going to dye my wig. Once again, I got this wig from Platinum Wigs. I paid $119. It seems like it was on sale. It's a lace front wig. It is the Kinky Curl Afro Wig. I believe that's what it's called, and the color is color number 2, which I believe is brown. And as I said before, I'm not very adventurous with hair color, so I always, if I get a wig, I always get it in 1B, which is off black. And I thought to myself, okay, they didn't have off black, so I thought, okay, I'll get the 2, and then the 2 would probably be, you know, dark enough for me. But when I got it, it was just too brown for me. I love the wig. I think the wig is gorgeous, but I think it was too brown for me. Also, it was a lot of hair on the wig, so for all you girls who like really big hair, it's great. For me, it was like too much hair. I'm not that adventurous. I'm getting there though. So what I did is I took some thinning shears and I thinned out the hair, you know, which I think you will probably see earlier in this video. I thinned out the whole of the hair, and I did not do the front where the lace is. Possibly I'll do that afterwards if I need to. So I'm about to start the dyeing process. I just wanted to give you an outlook of how I set this up. It's kind of bootleg, but it works. Here I have my mannequin head. There's a plastic bag on top of the mannequin head so I don't get any dye on the mannequin head. You have to excuse me, I have a little cold, so I might sound a little funny. And then I use painter's tape on the base here to hold the mannequin head, so it's not so it's kind of sturdy. And the painter's tape is a good idea because it peels right off and doesn't leave residue on your surface or on the mannequin head. And the dye that I'm using today is called Bigen or Bigen, something like that. And I got this from my local fruit stand here in New York. And I wanted to use, this is my first natural hair wig, right? And even I think $100 is a lot for it, but as I was researching, lace fronts and full lace wigs can run from $200 to about $500. So this is actually cheap. But I really wanted to take care of it and not use anything too harsh. So at first I was like, I'm going to use henna, but I thought henna would just be too messy. If, you know, sometimes you have to leave it overnight, and I didn't want to go through that. So then I went to my local fruit stand and they had this. I've used this on my cousin's mom before, and it's a hair dye. It's a Japanese hair dye, and it contains no ammonia and requires no hydrogen peroxide. So it takes out those two chemicals. Those two chemicals are really harsh, you know, and if you're not constantly taking care of your hair, you know, your hair can get damaged from color. So this seems like it would be a little bit more gentler. So it comes like this. It's a little, what do you call this? A little bottle with powder. It's a powder hair dye, and this is the measuring cup. I believe you have to use 10 of these measuring cups per container. And I bought 2 of them because it is a lot of hair and I wanted to make sure I got everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this up and then come back and show you the consistency. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I've mixed the powder and the water. You just add water to this, and this is the color and the consistency. And in case you didn't see it, the color is dark brown. I didn't want to get black because I've used this on my on a family member before, and I've used black and she had gray and it turned out black. So I don't want to make my hair or the wig black. So I thought I'd do dark brown, and it'll probably get it, you know, a little bit more darker than what it is, because I didn't want to use black to make it completely black, because I'm not a fan of completely black hair. But I'm going to start putting this on. Even though it's not a very dark color, you know, still you want to be cautious about staining. You know, if you want to, you can wear old clothes. What I'm going to do is use like a garbage bag on my lap so I don't get any dripping, you know, on the floor. I have my gloves on, and then also, mind you, I've never done this before. I've never dyed a wig. I've never thinned out a wig, but I said I'll try it out. Also, I have these pre-cut foil wrappers. I just saw them. I have them for my food, but I thought, hey, they use foil in the beauty salon, and I thought it would be good to help against spillage and leakage on the floor, because I would put it under that and then fold it under. So let's do the first piece and see how that goes. Alright, let's do it. So I'm taking the bottom part of the hair, and then what I'm going to do is just paint on the color on the hair, and you apply this to dry hair. It is pretty thick, so you don't want to use too much, but you just want to use enough so that you do get color on it. Make sure you get the ends. I mean, it looks darker already, but I can't tell if it's darker because, you know, it has product on it. You know, when something gets wet, when hair gets wet, it might look a little bit darker. But it looks like it's getting darker to me already. Like that. Make sure you got the very ends. That. I'm not worried so much about the roots, because the roots are dark enough. They're already brown, so it's not that big of a deal. Like that. Then it's sticking. Then I take the hair. You can tell I'm not a beautician, right? And then I just fold it, and then fold it again. and do that. And that will hold it and keep it out the way, keep it from, you know, laying on the surface. And then I'll do the next piece. I pre-clipped the hair to make it a little bit easier for me. I did the first couple sections, but I'm gonna have to do it again. So once again, I just want to remove these, stretch them out a little bit. Take another foil. This is actually not bad. I don't know, let me know if any of you have done it this way, but this is really not bad at all. And I'm sure you could do this with regular hair dye, providing that you know what you're doing. I really don't know what I'm doing, but it seems like it's working. Alright, continue to paint. I hope I have enough hair dye. That's why I'm trying to cautiously blend everything, so I have enough. If not, I'm gonna have to run out and get another box. And like I said, the color is dark brown. Well, I mean, I'm not a beautician. I can't even braid hair. I could do single plaits, but I can't do cornrows, and my flat twists are atrocious. But if this is how you do hair, I mean, it's not that bad. Huh. This could be like a side job for me, possibly. So I'm painting, like so. And really, I'm not joking either. It's looking darker to me. But this hair dye, like I said, I've used it before on somebody else, and you know, it really works. It looks kind of clear and translucent. Like, it's not like your typical hair dye. You know what I mean? Where the color is just like right in your face and there's black everywhere all over your sink and things like that. That's why I thought it would be best to use this one, because it seems like it's a little bit more gentler, no ammonia, and you don't have to add hydrogen. And voila, that looks kind of good. And what you can also do is, like, if you feel like you haven't got, you know, the size, just add a little bit here. So I mean, I'm not gonna have you sit here throughout the whole head, because this may take me a while. But I just want you to get a gist of what I was doing, and then I'll come back when it's time for me to wash. Later. Okay, I'm back for a quick second. I just wanted to show you that you see now the dye has turned a dark brown color. And I do like this dye because it's a very thick consistency, so you don't get dripping. You see that? So it's not making a mess everywhere. I haven't spilled anything on this plastic bag on my lap, so that's kind of hot. I just wanted to show you guys because I thought that was an important part. Okay, be back. Okay, so I finally finished putting the dye on. Instructions say to leave it for 30 minutes. I might leave it for less because I had to run out and buy another box. I didn't have enough. So in total I used 3 boxes. And I even had to stretch that 3rd box. But I'm probably going to leave it on for 20 minutes. Maybe the whole 30 minutes. I don't think it's going to do anything. But it's looking pretty dark, which is nice. You can see the roots are like brown, which I don't care about. In the front, I tried to go, what I did is, when I didn't want to mess up the lace and dye the lace, so what I did was I left an inch of brown towards the root where the lace is and just dyed the rest of it. So the roots will be kind of brown. I try to touch up a little bit as close to the lace as I possibly could, but the roots will be a little bit brown, which I don't care about, and everything else will be dark brown, and it's looking pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll come back when it's time to wash it out. Alright, later. Okay, so this is the hair. It is dyed. I'm about to wash it out, and I am pleasantly surprised because it looks really good. You can see right here at the top, you see how brown it is. Here is, you can see this is where the lace is, and I didn't want to get too close to the lace, but I managed to get pretty close over here in the front. But you can see how brown it is compared to the dark brown. And you can also see in the roots, because I didn't want to get too close to the roots, but you can see, and that's the reason why I wanted to dye it, because I just thought there was such a big difference between the brown and the black brown. So you can see right there, right here is where the brown is, and you can see all around it where it's dyed is the dark brown. So I definitely recommend using that dye, because I told you that dye gets very dark, and that's why I didn't want to get black, because I knew black would just turn out like black. But I am very, very happy. Look at that. And you can see here is the lace over here. And I'm going to wash it out now. Okay, so give me one moment.